The most powerful snow trucks on Earth, you have to see this. You are sitting on a plane in the middle of winter. Outside the window you cannot even see the runway, just a solid wall of white. Snow is hammering down, the lights are glowing in the blizzard, and the captain just announced that they cannot take off until the runway is cleared. Then through that whiteout, you spot it. A massive orange truck crawls into view with a gigantic intake on the front. The engine spools up and suddenly a river of snow explodes out of a chute, flying higher than the terminal roof. It looks less like a truck and more like a land-based jet engine that eats snow for breakfast. Cut to a mountain pass, a narrow road in the Alps buried under a wall of snow taller than the truck itself. One machine bites in, grinding the drift into powder and firing it off the side of the cliff. Then we jump again, night at a ski resort. A huge snowcat claws its way up a black diamond slope with 600 horsepower, quietly reshaping the mountain while everyone sleeps. These are not your neighbor's pickup with a plow. These are some of the most powerful snow trucks on Earth. From Siberian highway beasts to 2,000 horsepower airport snow cannons, let us count down the absolute monsters built to tell winter that you do not get to win. In this video, snow truck means one thing: serious winter hardware. We are talking about heavy road blowers that chew through avalanche debris, ski resort snowcats with more power than some highway tractors, airport snow cannons that move thousands of tons of snow per hour. We will rank them from number 7 to number 1 using 3 things: horsepower, snow moving capacity, and how brutal their environment is. And because this is Ultimate Machines, we are not just listing specs. We are looking at how these monsters keep roads, resorts, and giant airports alive when the rest of us would just stay home. We start in Siberia, where winter does not play around. Here, temperatures drop below -40 degrees, storms can last for days, and towns may be separated by hundreds of miles of frozen highway. Enter the heavy-duty Kamaz and Ural 6x6 trucks, converted into hardcore snowplows. Huge steel blades on the front, sand or salt spreaders on the back, big diesel engines, all-wheel drive, and enough ground clearance to climb over drifts that would stop normal trucks cold. They are not the highest horsepower machines on this list, but they are absolute lifelines. When a blizzard hits, these are the trucks that fight to keep that one vital road open, so fuel, food, and medicine can still get through. Out here, toughness matters more than looks, and these things are winter cockroaches. Next, we head to steep mountain passes, those twisting roads cut into the side of cliffs, where avalanches can bury everything in a single slide. A regular plow just hits a dense wall of snow and stops. The Oshkosh H-Series road blower, it treats that wall like a snack. Picture a heavy truck chassis with a massive rotary head bolted to the front. A dedicated diesel engine spins that drum, chewing into packed snow and ice, then firing it out a chute in a continuous stream. Operators drive straight into avalanche debris and literally erase it, blasting the snow off the mountain. They are doing this inches from guardrails and drop-offs, often in fog or falling snow. One wrong move and there is nothing but AIR beside them. Ski resorts look calm in the morning. Perfect corduroy snow, clean slopes, everything smooth. But that perfection is pure machine work. Meet the Prinoth Leetwolf, one of the kings of the snowcat world. Under its body is roughly 530 horsepower, driving huge rubber tracks, a heavy front blade, and a rear tiller that churns and repacks the snow into that satisfying texture skiers love. It can climb brutally steep slopes, pushing giant piles of snow uphill like it is nothing. Inside, the operator sits in a glass cabin with joystick controls and big displays, working all night in the dark while the mountain gets rebuilt beneath them. Then there is the Leetwolf H2 Motion, a hydrogen version that hints at a cleaner future while still delivering that same brutal grooming power. But if you think that's overkill, the next snowcat takes Mountain Bulldozer to another level. If the Leetwolf is a predator, the Piston Bully 800 is a tank. This machine was built for mega resorts and glaciers, where regular snowcats just tap out. At its core is a manned 6-cylinder engine cranking out around 612 horsepower and huge torque. That power feeds a stretched chassis sitting on enormous tracks, giving it insane grip and pushing force on steep slopes. The 800 does not just groom runs, it reshapes the mountain. It can rebuild heavily used slopes, move colossal piles of snow, and build or repair giant park features like jumps and halfpipes. The cab feels like a high-tech cockpit with panoramic windows, an ergonomic seat, joystick steering, and screens showing slope angle and machine status. Quick break: if you're enjoying these extreme winter machines, hit like and subscribe. On Ultimate Machines, we dive into the wildest vehicles battling the harshest environments every week. Now we have mastered the mountains. Let's visit a place where snow removal happens at truly industrial scale: the runway. Airports cannot just wait out a storm. If the runways go down, the whole system jams. That is where the Oshkosh H-Series high-speed snowblowers come in. These trucks are basically mobile snow factories. They often carry two engines. One to drive the chassis, between 300 and 470 horsepower. Another engine between 650 and 700 horsepower, dedicated purely to the blower. Together, that is close to 1,000 horsepower, focused on one job: clearing runways fast. Some setups can move thousands of tons of snow per hour, firing it more than a football field away from the pavement. Operators can control impeller speed, ribbon, and chute angle independently, dialing in the perfect setup for dry powder, heavy slush, or compacted snow. They have to do it all in small windows between takeoffs and landings. But in Europe, there is a machine that pushes this idea even further. Now we are in Norway, where winter is more of a lifestyle than a season. Here, Overåsen builds some of the most serious airport snowblowers on the planet, starting with the TV1000 series. These machines pack two engines totaling around 1,000 horsepower. One engine drives the vehicle, and the other powers the giant blower up front. In full attack mode, the TV1000 can clear over 7,500 tons of snow per hour, and the upgraded TV1000 Plus goes beyond 8,000 tons per hour. The signature feature is the flying cab. The operator's cab can raise and slide, giving a better view over the blower and around aircraft. From a distance, it looks like a glass pod hovering above a machine that is throwing snow in a continuous white jet. When a big storm hits a major European airport, these are the trucks buzzing up and down the runway while planes circle above, waiting for their window. And somehow, there is still one machine that makes even this look modest. This is the final boss, the Overåsen TV 2100 and TV 2200 monster blower. These monsters exist for airports that simply refuse to close no matter how bad the storm gets. Inside the frame are two absolutely massive engines. The TV 2100 produces around 2,100 horsepower. The TV 2200 cranks that up to 2,250 horsepower, often using a huge V12 just to power the blower unit. The whole machine weighs close to 40 tons and can clear up to 12,000 tons of snow per hour, launching it 20 to 50 meters away. At full blast, the plume of snow pouring from the chute looks like a controllable blizzard, completely filling the air before vanishing into the dark. Operators say driving one feels less like a truck and more like a land-based power plant. Everything shakes, everything roars, and the amount of snow disappearing in front of you hardly seems real. At this point, Snow Truck does not quite cover it. This is a mobile apocalypse machine, built for one job. Tell winter it does not get a vote. Let's run it back. From Siberian Kamaz and Ural plow trucks keeping frozen highways alive, to Oshkosh road blowers cutting through avalanche walls, to Prinoth and piston bully snowcats reshaping entire mountains every night, to Oshkosh airport blowers and the Overåsen TV 1000 series clearing runways at insane speeds, all the way up to the Overåsen TV 2100 and 2200 monster blower, throwing out over 2,000 horsepower just to fight snow. These machines prove how far we will push engineering just to keep the world moving in winter. Which one would you want to drive for a night? Did we miss a snow beast from your country? If you love extreme machines versus brutal nature, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. This is Ultimate Machines, and we have plenty more monsters coming.